So the mic just turned off.
This is take 2 because the mic wasn't on for the first 10 minutes.
Wasn't on. Okay, so I don't know. I don't really want to repeat myself, but where we were going with that was we were talking about Ryan at the moment is covering for 2 weeks at the hire shop that his dad owns down the road where he used to manage before he came on board here. He's been covering for 2 weeks while the manager's away, so he's been working 6:30 till 4:30 there, then coming straight here and working 4:30 till close. I've offered to take some of the nights, but he's refused. It's like, you fucking, like, I was asking him how he was doing. Yeah, so yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, going good. I'm fine. I don't mind working. I don't have anything else to do, so...
Yeah.
I sort of feel like, yeah, I'm just working every waking moment. I wake up, just have brekkie, go straight to work, and then it's like all day till I close up here, then just like go and go straight to bed.
I love how excited you are. I feel like you wake up and you're like fucking keen to do some stuff to move forward today. Like, I don't know, you seem like you're enjoying it even though you're working a lot.
Yeah, I just like getting things done, making things better. It makes me feel accomplished. Because I do focus, I think, on short-term stuff a lot more than long-term stuff. Yeah, and there's a lot of small details of things which I like.
Yeah, your attention to detail is so good.
Yeah, but it also, it means I don't look so much at long-term and
the bigger picture. Yeah.
I feel like we're definitely opposites in that.
And
I feel like you look at almost only long-term and bigger picture and not the smaller stuff.
Yeah, my focus has always been on building the brand. I feel like culture, the things that add up slowly over long periods of time. I feel like those are my focuses that I miss finer details of things.
Yeah. I think it's funny because you'll be like talking about buying a new piece of equipment and you're like, oh, we're going to have this and this and this and it's like, it's going to be so good. And I'm like, oh man, we're going to have to move all this stuff and this is going to have to go over there. I'm like, it's just complete opposite. Like you're only thinking about the longer term. I'm like, oh God, how am I going to fit this in?
Yeah.
But
it's like opposites, so it works well.
Yeah, we definitely need both to get it done.
I feel like every skill I lack, you have.
Yeah, that's good.
But also, you made me realise that I can learn so many things as well. Because of there's lots of things I was never really taught how to be handy, and I never did it at school either. Little things with your car or little maintenance things you can do. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Or a good teacher, you make things really simple. And it's made me realise that I can do so many things that, the videos, that's pretty much how it started.
Yeah.
I was training you and you were spending time teaching me how to make videos.
Yeah.
Ryan has his own YouTube channel. That's his other sort of passion before he started here. What do you want to tell him a little bit about that?
Oh, no.
I think it's interesting about you, dude. Some people might want to know.
Yeah, just...
You do how to fix your highlights and stuff. So let's
not really fixing, more just modifications.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it, not really out of necessity.
Yeah, but you would go so hectic into editing those videos. They're so well produced.
Yeah.
There's nothing
way
like
too
it.
long editing.
Yeah. There's nothing to that quality with what you're talking about. I've seen out there. Not that I've looked that hard, but it's just so super detailed. And you taught me how to make videos. I'm like, well, I can make these videos. What else, can you do if you break things down into simple step by step? If you break things down to just simple steps, a lot of big complex things, you see them and they're actually just things that we could all learn.
Yeah, very easy to get overwhelmed by a large project, but if you Well, we mentioned it in on one of our other podcasts. Is you just have to start, and then you figure it out from there, which is true. It's the same. It's the same with how I learned video editing. I had no idea how to do it. I looked up what was the best program, and I saw 3 different options, and I thought, oh, this one's free, so I use that one.
Yep.
That sounds good to me. Mm-hmm. And then I just downloaded that, used it for a bit.
What was that?
I think I might have started on iMovie.
Really?
On my phone.
Really?
And then I got DaVinci Resolve, which is, if you don't know video editing, it won't mean anything to you, but it's just a much more in-depth software that's free. But just the way I figured out which one was the best was just by using it. I just download it, start using it, and then I'm like, okay, I want to do this. How do I do it? And then it's like, oh, okay, well, this software doesn't really do it. So this paid one, that does do that. So, before I've started at all, I have no idea which one to choose. But as soon as you start using it, you realize like, oh, I want to do this, and only this specific one does it. That means I need that one. So you sort of do that with each step of the way. It's like, oh, I want to add this transition here. How do I do that? I just look it up on YouTube, find out how to do that one thing, and that's sort of like that knowledge is like locked in the bank now. So next time I want to do that transition, I know how to do that from last time. Just continuously build up a library of knowledge.
Yeah. Like at the start, I remember the first video I made. I'm not sure if I had got any help with you at that point. I think you just showed me how to upload video like into the
Premiere Pro?
Yeah, no, but like where the videos go, anyway, just how to put the videos onto it. But it took me like all day to make like a video that literally just slowed up, sped up. I cut a little bit out of it and I sped it up and then I slowed it down. And I didn't even have the music. I did that to the music as well. And I was like so proud. And it took me so long to make the most basic video, but it turned out good because I had a good shot. But I don't know, from there, like things got so much simpler. Like the more I used it, I was like, the more ideas come about of like things you could do with the video or where it could go. Or I was like, we could do a video of this or do a video of that. And it's only when you put yourself in the position to learn something to realize you can do it and that you actually might have a talent for it.
Yeah.
Like, if I kept at it, I reckon I could have been quite good at it.
Yeah, I think anyone could be good at it. There's not really anything you can be born with that makes you good at video editing. I mean, some people might say that you have to be artistic or creative, but I don't even think that's true. I think you can learn everything you could possibly need to know about it to become one of the best at it, no matter what skills you're born with, if you're born with any skills. And I mean, you just get better at it over time. You get faster. You learn as long as you're actively researching. If you never try and learn how to do new things, you're just gonna stay at that same skill level forever. Same with anything.
Yeah, you can learn to do anything if you want to, and if it's gonna be too time consuming or too complex, you can always just pay someone to do it.
Yeah, I think that's important to recognize when it's not worth becoming good at something or learning how to do something.
Yeah.
And it's not worth the amount of time it would take you to figure out how to do that thing compared to how many times you're going to do it over your lifetime.
Yeah.
And how much it costs to get someone to do it for you who's already good at it.
Yeah. Something that we keep talking about is where do you put your time and energy? And that's about like knowing yourself and knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and then from there, play to them.
Yeah.
Don't force something if you're really not good at it. If it's something that's really complex.
Yeah, well, we talked about that with going back to the video editing example, because obviously I do that a lot and I'm fairly good at it now, and a lot faster than I was even a couple of years ago. And then you were asking me a lot to teach you how to do it, which we did that for a bit before I started working here, but now that I am working here, I was saying to you it's not really, I don't think it's conducive for me to teach you more and for you to become really good at it when I've already been doing it for so long and I can do it quite efficiently. It's you're better off just doing something else that you're good at that I can't do, instead of us both being okay at doing everything.
Yeah, and the time and energy for you to teach, like, it could be put on to other things. Like I would love to get really good at the video editing. Like, it was fun. Like, it could be a little hobby. I could maybe do that more in my free time. And then there's so many opportunities and reasons to get good at that here, but it's not. It's almost like a waste of energy when I have someone so talented here who, you know, if I have an idea for a video, he can pretty much do it. Instead of like me spending it.
Yeah, it's not to say like, oh, don't do it because I'm doing it. It's just like
it's the same thing. It's like, it's just about knowing where to put your energy. Like, I could do so much. It'd take me hours to get back into it again, and just to get good will take years. But do I have the time every day to spend an hour on Premiere Pro, or should I be doing something else? When I have access to pretty much a videographer, photographer, whenever we need it, which is like so valuable. Yeah, and that's how we started. We built our relationship because Ryan was just, I don't know, just wanted to help, and before it was even yours, you just did so much stuff. Like, we're talking before it cut out about how it was. We got these treadmills, and we didn't have the space, or like, we had to pretty much rearrange the whole gym. We had to move a treadmill. We had one treadmill, like a really old treadmill from upstairs. We needed to sell that, move that out of the gym. We had to get this big scissor lift from your dad's hire shop where you were managing.
And we got a genie lifter.
Yeah.
Like a duct lifter.
Yeah. It was really handy to have that. Literally, you were right down the street, and we could just use, you know, have access to that, use you.
That was scary. I remember putting that thing on the genie lifter. It like the forks weren't quite long enough to grab the whole forklift, so we like ratchet strapped it to the thing, and it was like swinging around up the top.
We should I've got a video of that in my stories. We definitely need to put that in the video. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. I'll see if we can find it.
Yeah, it's in the archive on Instagram. But it was super dodgy getting us. It was heavy as this treadmill too.
Oh,
like, it was that old.
Surprisingly heavy.
Yeah, that one was heavier than the Life Fitness one for sure. I reckon. Or maybe it was just because it was so awkward. But we had to move the treadmill. Yeah, down.
We lifted up over the handrail first.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much had to balance it on the handrail.
Yeah,
and then slide it out to the thing.
Super sketchy. Super fucking sketchy.
Early days of the sanctuary.
Oh man, and it was just funny that we had this like shitty treadmill, just like one that we got from this gym closing down, and then we had, what else we had? We had like we had a spin bike, which is good. The spin bike was good, but we just had this like really old treadmill, and I reckon that treadmill was like close to 20 years old.
Really?
Yeah, like I reckon the ones we have now are like
they're getting
10 years old.
Yeah.
That one didn't have a screen or anything, I don't think. It would probably be at least 15 years old, but it was just funny. We had this upstairs, this little cardio area. Now it's our leg section, which we're going to move downstairs soon because it's not the best.
I think because it's not the best idea to have your leg session and go super hard on legs immediately at the top of a really steep staircase.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Not ideal at all. So this was not long before we got shut down. Maybe a month or two before. Yeah, you were here all day with me, just moving stuff. Like, it wasn't even yours, but you spent your whole day. We were here, like, literally the whole day. You came and helped me move stuff. And we had to go pick up these treadmills. We got the truck, put all the treadmills and cross trainers on the truck. You know, like, that was your truck. You just spent the whole day. And then you had work. This was Sunday. The next day you had work at 6 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. the next day. And you were with us till probably 12:30 a.m. at night, moving stuff. And I said to you several times, probably from like 6 p.m, like, dude, you can go now. Like, you don't have to help. I was like, no, man, we got to get this done. We got to get it ready for tomorrow. Like, I can't leave it like this. And I was like, I'll be here, like, as long as it takes. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, this isn't your responsibility. And you were just like, no, man, I'm here to help. And I just, like, to me, that was so crazy that you did that. But I've had so much help. it's been crazy from friends, but that was just next level for me because you literally had work the next day. And like going home and not finishing it was just not even an option for you.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first point. I was like, fuck, imagine if this was his. Like, imagine what he would do if this was his when he's just here to help me because he likes the gym and he's a good friend. That thought sort of popped in my head many times, and then a few little things happened, and then I was just like, I think I was training you. I was going through some shit, and I was just like, fuck, dude, I want you. Like I just hypothetically had that in my mind. Was imagine. I was like, just imagine if this was Ryan's, and then, but not really giving it a serious thought. And then I was like, dude, I want you on board. Like, I want you to be my business partner. Like, I don't care about what happens, but like, you need to be here. And then you got excited, which I think we started talking about what we could do and stuff. And I got really excited from that moment, and I could just feel it. I was like, this is just right. Like, this is going to happen. Do you remember that conversation? Yeah. We were over there at the dumbbells.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm pretty sure you got excited at that thought.
Yeah. I never really sort of thought about it before. And then, he just asked me, he's like, would you be interested in buying in? And I was like, a lot of things to think about all at once.
Yeah.
But at that point, I was really sick of my current job as well, so it was like perfect timing. Because if you had to ask me like probably a year earlier or a year later, it wouldn't have been. I don't think I would have been in the position to do it. But
yeah, I think everything had to happen for like the gym had to be at that point where you'd want to as well. Like, I don't think you would have been interested because the gym was still continuously like the brand and things were improving. And I know, it was just good timing. Yeah. It was just meant to be, honestly. Like, I just almost had an epiphany when I asked you. I was just like, this is it.
Yeah, just you're talking about doing like the late night working early morning. I mean, I was pretty used to that because at that time, that's when I was working at the hire shop, and I would spend because I work 6:30 to 4:30, and I worked every single Saturday as well.
Yeah, and then you'd come train afterwards.
Yeah, so I didn't really have any time outside of like late at night to work on my car, to do the videos, to do the YouTube videos. So I would.
And then you were helping me as well, like a couple of nights a week.
Yeah.
I'd train you, and then afterwards
we'd do the video.
We'd come in the office, and sometimes we'd be here till 9:30. Like, oh shit, it's 9:30. And you're just spending hours just helping me.
Yeah, I definitely spent a lot of late nights. But I mean, I don't mind doing it. It's like getting stuff done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is, I just want to get it done.
Yeah. If it's a task, he's your man.
Dude, I do that too much. I gotta stop myself from like, people would tell me, I was at the barber just a couple of days ago, and he was telling me about like his Google ads.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh bro, nah, you're doing it all wrong. You gotta do it like this. And I was like, I was one step away from being like, nah, give me your phone, let me sort it out for you. And I was like, nah, I don't want to touch this. Get involved in this, guys.
You can be conscious, yeah.
Just signing myself up for a massive job.
Yeah. But it's like funny, you got to find that balance as well. Just like, enjoying the small things as well.
Yeah.
And spending time with the people you care about as well. Like, it can be a trap, almost.
I think you got to value your time as well, because I have fallen into the trap a lot of times of doing way too much for people for free. Even like making the videos. I've made a lot of videos for people just because they're like sort of a mate. I'm like, oh no, I like doing it anyway, I'll just do it for you. And then, I spend hours and hours like...
Yeah, you give too much, man. And so do I.
So do you. You definitely do, yeah. We both do. I think a lot of people do. A lot of small businesses especially give way too much just to try and help, but don't value their own time enough. And I mean, that's the thing.
It's one thing
You're giving some
Yeah.
your time to help them, and you are helping them, and you're getting nothing
Yeah.
in return. And it's good you don't expect anything in return, but you
Yeah.
should get something in return. Like it's good that you don't expect anything, but
Yeah.
you should be compensated for your time because you're spending it, you're giving it to these people, and like they're appreciative and everything. They're not disrespecting your time, but.
Yeah, I've fell in that trap a lot of times of helping people who don't want to help themselves. Like really just giving my energy, and people just like suck it up and just take, and they don't want to make a change themselves. They just want the attention and to be the victim, and it's just you got to know who to help, because you can waste so much energy just being like that all the time. Like, realize not everyone deserves your energy.
Yeah.
It's great to help your mates, but you got to look after yourself too.
If they're your mates, like they
Yeah.
would be more than happy to support you back. As
Yeah.
well.
Well, man, the amount of support I got when like you were just wanting, you've helped me the most, but when we opened this place, there was so many people who there was a few that weren't working at the moment who were at that time who were tradies, and they're driving all over Brisbane helping me pick up equipment that I got off the marketplace or Gumtree, and just we're here at 8 p.m. on Sunday, just in here in this big empty shed with no light, painting, and just doing little things to the gym to help get ready. Like, so many of them, I think it was like 6 of them came and helped me pick up the squat racks. We had four of those squat racks. It was just crazy, and they just wanted to help. Like, if you go out of your way to do something, like, it's crazy. I realized how many more good friends I had, because I hadn't spent a lot of time with my friends, because I'd just be busy, and I needed that time to rest. But I hadn't seen my friends massively, but when I decided to open this place, like, it's crazy the help you get. People want to see you do well. Like, half the members when I started this place were friends.
Yeah.
And they didn't even train, like, a lot of them. There was one guy who just came in and rolled out and just talked to everyone else. He was a member for like a year. But it's crazy. So many of them got into training because of this, but also I would go out of my way to help them, like, learn how to lift. But the help was just crazy. Like, people, I think if you have good intentions, people can feel it and they want to help you. I don't see them all the time, but a good friend, you don't need to see them. Like, nothing should change,
Yeah, just pick up where you left off last time.
There's no neediness there of, I need to see you once every month, otherwise we're not good friends. Like, I cannot see them for 6 months and nothing's changed. But there's other people who aren't your friends who, they'll play the victim, and they will just, take advantage of your kindness and certain, just sort of play the victim when they don't really want to change. So you've got to be careful where you put that energy. Like, that's one thing I really struggle with, is just wanting to help everyone. And all it does just, like, brings you down. It's like, you've got to be able to discern who's worth your energy, because your energy is so precious, and it goes back to not valuing your time enough.
Yeah, well, you can never help someone who doesn't want to help themselves.
Yeah.
If I have a problem and I tell you I want to fix it, but really I don't.
You just want to. You just want someone to listen to your want and project your shit onto you. You just want to. I
just want you to understand that. Oh, I've tried everything and nothing's gonna fix this. Like, can't you just agree with me that my life sucks?
Yeah.
I don't actually want help fixing this.
Yeah. And that's what I want this place to be. Is like, I want to be able to share the tools that have helped me. And I know you. This is not just me. Like, you agree with a lot of the philosophies, and you embody all these things that I often talk about. It's not just me, but like, I want to be able to share all the tools that have helped me. Just take more responsibility and work harder and be happier, which is your ability to do everything. That's why I'm so big on mental health. Like, if your mental health's terrible and you're trying to get into the gym, that's fucking hard. If you can be doing these things, getting your routine down, your daily schedule, and just your morning routine, your diet, where you spend your time and energy. Like for us, we want to create a good place for people to come, where people care about each other, because that's just the culture. Like, I want to share the things that I've learned with other people so that they can take more responsibility for their life. And there's levels to this. Even just doing small things can make a huge difference. Like, what do you do when you wake up? Do you go on your phone? And do you unconsciously start comparing yourself to everyone else? Oh shit, I feel shit now. Like, I'm depressed. It's like, well, let's look at all these little things first before we say, something like that. What are your habits? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What do you believe to be true? Like, what are your beliefs? Right? How are you viewing reality? Do you feel like everything's against you? That's what it's about for me. Is that culture of trying to build each other up, not playing the victim. It's okay to be sad and have a bit of a vent, but then are you just gonna keep doing the same thing that caused that problem? Because if you are, no one can help you. You've got to decide you want to make a change. With such firm intention behind it that you actually start doing the things that you should. Eat well, sleep well, surround yourself with good people, become more aware of your beliefs, slowly change them, stop judging yourself, stop judging others, help other people. It's pretty hard to spend your whole day not helping people and then feel shit.
Yeah.
The amount of gratitude you get, like, you pull yourself out of things. You can pull yourself out of a shit state from just doing things, That I always thought, I wish I was taught these things in school. I was like, I spent so much time listening to videos on YouTube and, doing courses, and not that many courses really, mostly just self-education with free information out there. I'm like, this is like so powerful, and all this information's on YouTube. Like, why are people not paying attention to this? Like, like more people, it's growing, but all the things that I wish I was taught in school, like, I would like to share them with people. But the thing is, I'm still learning. And I think that's what this place is going to become.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big reason we're doing the podcast as well, is to get even more of that information out there and share that information. And I think what you were saying about, doing things is like the first step to sort of help yourself. And I think just to expand on that a bit, making the thing as small as possible and as easy as possible is what I feel is a good way to start. So like when your alarm goes off in the morning and it's like 5 a.m, it's freezing cold and it's still dark, like, I'm just gonna snooze that one more time. But it's like, just put 1 foot out of the covers. Just do that, like, feel that little bit of cold, and then it's like, all right, now put my leg on the ground. If you just break it down to these tiny little tasks that you can do immediately, rather than making it, okay, now get out of bed and get dressed. It's like, that's hard. That's that takes a lot of willpower, but just putting your foot out of the covers and touching the ground, that's a bit easier.
It's building momentum.
Yeah.
And you've got to want to. Like, you've got to want to do these things. Like, people will honestly just do what they want. Like, if they don't want to make a change, they'll just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not until people... I think you need to decide that it's a lot more pain
to say that you want to change.
Yeah.
Another thing to actually
I think
want to.
People just really need to understand that, like, you might be in a lot of pain, but what is more painful? Like, doing the uncomfortable thing that is going to, I guess, doing the uncomfortable things that will get you to your goals, going to the gym, working hard, you know, taking the time to learn a new skill, be embarrassed, be shit at things because you're starting them. Like, is that more uncomfortable, or is that more painful than the regret you're gonna feel if in 10 years you're in the exact same position because you said the world was against you, and then you realize that it was just a story you told yourself. That's one thing that really resonated with me. It was probably one of the first motivational things that I heard that just like made me really start thinking in this way. Was Joe Rogan talking about acting as if you are the star in the own movie of your life. You know this how you started in down the dumps and you were there, but you were the superhero. You know, no matter what the situation was, you found a way of doing it and you made it happen. You know, nothing was going to stop you. Like, you're that this is your story. You are the star of the movie of your life. I don't know, that really resonated with me.
Dude, well, if you're thinking that way, you're thinking like the type of person that would do those things. What would this guy that just works a 9 to 5 and doesn't really do anything on the weekends do? He's like, oh, he'd probably just sit at home and scroll TikTok. It's like, okay, what would the star of the show do? Like, he'd probably go out and fucking, you know.
Yeah, he'd start the day with, for me, I'd say meditation.
Yeah.
He'd meditate. He'd get himself in a good state. He would
hit the gym before work,
hit
get
the
prepared
gym
for the day, like sort your time.
He would stand tall. He would have good posture. He would eat well. He would nourish himself. He would care for other people. He would be a good example.
Yeah, it's just like thinking about all the things that type of person that you want to be would do, and then just doing those as if you're trying to copy someone else.
And over time, you start thinking, you're going to slowly rewire your brain. But we want to keep thinking the way we've always thought. So when we start thinking a little bit different, it feels unfamiliar and uncomfortable. That's like, let's say, stepping into the unknown by doing new things. It's just super uncomfortable. Is because we're thinking in new ways. Like, it's not natural for you yet, and your body just wants to do what's familiar, wants to keep you safe. But your mind needs to be, more powerful. You need to be the master of your body, and start doing new things. But over time, it'll just become who you are. And that's why I'm big on the meditation. It's like we have a Strength Sanctuary circle on Insight Timer, which is a really good app. It's got like 15,000 free meditations. I'm trying to get into the habit of sharing one meditation a week on there. That's where it starts. Like, if you actually take the time to create your state before you start your day, and that just takes practice. And the people who don't want to do that are the ones who want to do it, who need it the most. Like, the most ADHD people who are like, I can't meditate. It's like, I can't sit still. Like, I just can't do it. It's like, it's hard, but you can do it. And the more ADHD you are, the more you need to do it. But actually taking that time out of your day to practice how you want to feel, and then trying to maintain that elevated state throughout the day. For me, the easiest was gratitude. Focusing on gratitude, that seemed to be the one that came most natural to me. And then you can build off those elevated emotions. Like, when you're feeling grateful, you're feeling confident. You're not thinking about or obsessing about how you look or what other people are thinking of you. You're just grateful and you're in the moment. So for me, gratitude was the one that if I could focus on gratitude and build that feeling, then a lot of other things seem to snowball, I guess. And I was able to reframe how I viewed a lot of things. But actually taking the time out of your day to create your state, and you are deciding how you are going to feel independent of what is going on. And then you're looking at, your reality with a whole new lens. It's crazy. And no one does that. You're not taught that in school. Well, actually, I spoke to one of my teachers like a couple of years ago, and apparently they are moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Like, they do meditation every day now. This is at Padua.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Taylor used to do that.
Yeah. And who was Mr. Garufi made us do it as well?
I fucking hated that.
Meditation?
Yeah.
You need to meditate more. But he fucking gets shit done, so he's alright. He gets a pass because he does so much good shit for me. Not for me. Chip. But the thing is, like, if you want to feel different and act different, take the time out of your day to practice. And that's why it's called practice. It's not meditation perfect, it's practice because it takes time. And sometimes, you know, you're not going to have a good one and you're battling and you're like, I need to get up and do this. I need to get up and do this email or something. Like, shouldn't be spending time doing this. I'm like, you just do it early in the morning when you got nothing else to do.
It's good. It's good even, if nothing else, it's good to just not have your brain stimulated for like 5 or 10 minutes because otherwise the second you get bored, you just like phone.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's not about not having thoughts. People are like, I keep having thoughts. I'm like, I can't do it. And it's just about observing and
not
feeling
having like outside stimulus.
Yeah.
It's just internal.
Yeah. It's just like, if a thought comes up, you observe it. It's like, I'm thinking this. So you're just like watching it. You're not trying to really detach yourself from other things and then intentionally experience emotions and just relax your body into it. And that's where real change happens, is on a subconscious level. You know, it's either through repetition, like forcing things until they become natural for you, or actually tapping into your subconscious and installing new programs, which is what meditation is. It's literally installing new programs so that things just become part of who you are. You know, detaching from your external reality and pretty much creating your state of being. And then everything else will snowball from there. You know, and it's not going to be perfect.
No.
Like, it's hard. Like, the harder it is to sit there and just do that is, like, the more you need to do it. It just really helps you break out of your patterns. And I've been doing it pretty much every day for the last 2 years. But I know I could still be so much better at it. And, like, it becomes something you want to do. Like, if I meditate in the morning, my whole day is better. Every single time. And sometimes you have a pretty average one, you like you're in your head and you get frustrated and you're sort of battling your ego. But then other times you just feel awesome and you walk in to work and you're just grateful, you give people a smile and you're just you're in the moment with whatever you're doing. You're not jumping from one thing to the next. You're not scrolling in your phone mindlessly as much. You're more creative. And it's something we all...
Huge issue for me was the second I get bored, I'm like on my phone.
Me too.
Yeah, so that's why I try and it's been working quite well, is like I have a list of tasks that I want to get done. It's like, so when I do one, I go straight to the next one and sort of keep working at it till it's done, because I know if I don't have something to do next, I'm like, okay, I'm bored now. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is. And then it's had such a massive impact. Like, I'm still not, same as you, I'm still not perfect at it. Like, I've been practicing it and I'm getting better and better at it. And I still do spend a bit of time scrolling social media. But
we're all guilty of that one.
Yeah, but I noticed I just get so much more done when I'm purposely telling myself and just, keeping it in the front of my mind. It's like, when you're bored, don't pull out your phone. Just wait 30 seconds and then it will pass and you can go back to working on whatever you're working on or think of something else to do.
And it's so easy for us to get stuck on it because we have an actual reason to be on there. Like, we could easily say that we're doing things on there because we have to, but actually, most of the time you're not. You're just like scrolling and wasting time.
Like, I got to reply to these people's DMs. It's like, whoops, now I'm on the feed and I'm scrolling.
Yeah, and then you're lost in it. You watch 20 stories and 5 minutes gone past, and you're like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah,
like, I have so much other things to do right now that could actually move me forward.
Yeah,
and but it also, like, one thing I think people need to that isn't talked about more is being intentional with your social media. Like, if you're on it, like, how are you feeling when you're looking at the stories you're looking at? Like, are you comparing yourself and feeling shitter? You know, are you perpetuating more negative behavior through the people you follow? Like, are you just sitting there judging people?
Yeah, or are
Like,
you using
or-
it for like inspiration?
Yeah, like who are you following?
You see someone's physique, and you're like, oh man, that's awesome. Like, I'm going to check out this guy's page. Like, what kind of exercises does he do? What kind of training does he do? Not just like, fuck, I wish I looked like that. It's like, I look like shit. It's like, there's two completely different ways to look at it.
Yeah, and it's like being intentional and conscious when you're on there of how am I feeling and what am I getting out of this, and what am I sharing as well. Like, is this adding value to other people? Is it going to help them?
Aesthetic.
Is it aesthetic? Are they Myron? They're definitely Myron. Myron, the artwork and the plants.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up, and it's easy to be on there for the wrong reason, definitely. Or even if you go there just looking for some inspiration, it's easy to switch over unconsciously.
That's why I like YouTube. YouTube's good. Like, you can just subscribe and only see just videos of people that, you know, sharing good information that's going to help you. But also have fun. You got to be entertained and do that too. But it's not just all about learning and doing things and accomplishing things.
Yeah.
It's just, I guess, how we are.
It's good for some entertainment, just occasionally just having a little mindless scroll and seeing some funny videos on Facebook, but you don't want to be doing it for 4 hours a day.
Don't waste your whole day on doing it or your free time.
Imagine if you looked at your amount of time on social media. So I know, like with us and some people, obviously going to be the same. Like, we use it for work, so a bit of it's, you know, commenting on photos, replying to people's DMs, posting, obviously, and then replying to all those comments and stuff. So there is a bit of time where it is genuine work, but I mean, if it's like an hour or two, that's just like mindless scrolling type stuff. It's like, what could you do if you committed 2 hours a day to that thing to get better at that thing?
Yeah, and it's crazy. Like, don't tell me you don't have time to do things until you've checked the screen time. I don't know. There's an app, isn't there? How do you check? Is it an app?
I've got an iPhone. It's just like you can just go to screen time. It just tells you. I'm sure Android's got the same thing.
Yeah, cool. I almost don't want to know.
Yeah, and it does annoy me a little bit is how much I use the phone for work. I'm trying to get away from it, but it's like, okay, I need it to send messages to people, to check these emails, to order new products. It's like, I need it for almost everything.
Yeah, phone.
Yeah, phone and computer as well. I mean, computer, like video editing, I spend hours editing like podcasts and just general videos for the gym or whatever. So that's fine. I mean, I can't really get away from that. And I enjoy doing that anyway.
Yeah.
But it's always there and I need it. I have a reliance on it. So it's like, I can't get rid of it fully. I just have to be really conscious of what I'm doing with it and using it for the right reason.
And I think we both need to get better at on our weekend off. So we'll alternate weekends. We'll do 12 days on, then we'll get the weekend off. Like, we're here so much and always like replying even when we're not here and talking and communicating, that we need to literally on your weekend off, just like let's not contact each other. Let's just switch off. Like, that's one thing we're guilty of. Like, we'll ask each other questions and it's like, I just feel like I'm at work today almost, like, and then I'll end up coming in and training and you'll be here and we'll just start chatting like, what are you working on today, man? Like, what's happening? And and it's just why that's hard is because we actually do enjoy it. Like, I want to know what's going on and what's happening.
Even with something we enjoy,
we need to
still good to,
but we need to set those boundaries a little bit more.
Still good to have a few hours away from it, or like a day away from it at least. Or two.
Sure, your girlfriend would appreciate that.
2 days is a bit much, but maybe one day.
Yeah, Sundays. I feel like Saturdays, we usually talk on Saturdays, but we Sundays, no switch off. Just go into your own world.
But there is always things to do. That's the other side of it.
Yeah.
If I see like a DM or an email that's hasn't been opened when I'm not there, I'm not just going to leave it because, you know, that's my business. Like, I want that reply. I want that done immediately. So I'll just do it.
I've noticed, like, just like the gym, like having a work environment has helped me a lot. Like recently, since I started using the monitor and having that set up on just like the bigger screen with the laptop, having the 2 screens, and then using the keyboard and mouse. I'm like, it's so not much nicer that I've been doing more work and I've been getting less distracted. Like having that, like this office has come a long way, and it's just been crazy to just like how much more productive I've been in the last few weeks since I've been like started to, you know, having a nice space to actually work.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and not mixing that with, you know, sleep, like not having your desk and computer right next to your bed.
You don't want it in your room.
Yeah.
You don't want it in your bedroom. You need it away from there.
Yeah, like separating these things so that you are having that balance. And then so that comes back to the same to what we always talk about with the gym is the environment. You know, like, do you feel welcome here? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel judged? Do you like?
You got to create the right environment for the purpose that you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and for us, that has always been like probably the number one priority is the small things. Like plates are always away. You know where things are. We have every tool you could possibly need for any kind of goal.
And it's not perfect. Still, we're constantly making it better. We still do have things that don't have a proper place. We know what every single thing pretty much that needs to be done is, and we're constantly working towards it.
I think we're pretty almost as efficient as we could be with where we're at and the space we have. Like there's not much more we could optimize right now.
I have a different opinion about that.
Like we can move things for sure, but we have like every tool you could need. You know what I mean?
For training?
Yeah, for training, not for the business side of things. Always there's so much things we can improve on, but on the gym floor.
Yeah.
On the gym floor,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, no, I'm not that delusional. I've got so much to work on with the business side. Where are we going with that? Oh, just the environment. Yeah, it's the small things that we pride ourselves on. You know, there's actual bands. Having bands that aren't broken. Yeah, like having bands, having trigger point balls, like things that usually get stolen in most gyms that don't steal from us.
Yeah, those bands are a high upkeep item.
Yeah.
They snap all the time.
I know. I know. And then most gyms will just like, won't replace them for like 2 years and there's no bands. I'm like, bands are such an important fucking piece of equipment. There should always be bands. Like every type, there should be always there. It's those small little things that, you know, having chains, you know, not waiting on equipment.
Just little tools apart from the obvious.
Yeah.
Apart from the barbells. And I mean, even with barbells specifically, we've got so many different types for different purposes that you won't really get anywhere else. You know, like your multi-grip bar and your fat grip bar and everything like that.
Deadlift bar,
proper
actual
deadlift
squat bars,
yeah.
power bars.
You know?
It's
a small space, but we have so many more tools than a lot of other even bigger places would have.
Having you know, a Bulgarian squat bench so that your foot doesn't cramp up. You know, you could do that on a bench, but it's like nowhere near as comfortable.
Yeah, it's just having the right tool for the job, which I'm definitely a big proponent of.
Yes, it's definitely rubbed off, and it's so good.
Yeah, it transfers over. A lot of things do.
Yeah.
Like your environment, how you were saying before, with your workspace as well.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference having the right tools to get the job done.
Put yourself in a position to do things. Who are you surrounding yourself with? How do you feel when you're around them? Are they your biggest fan? Do they want to see you do well?
The people around you
do they
massively contribute to your environment.
Are they complaining all the time and judging? That's not going to help you very much. And if you are around them, just be mindful and don't get sucked in to that judgment. Yeah. Which we're all guilty of some degree, but just be mindful.
It's easy if there's especially in a group situation, you know, if there's a bunch of people like gossiping about someone or something, it's pretty easy to get sucked in.
Because everyone's just giving each other permission. And like, I always have so much respect for that person being like, hey, actually fucking, like, that's not fair to say something. Stick up for that person.
If they're the type of people that's all they do, then maybe that's not the right type of people to hang around. Just trying to always bring other people down.
Do you talk about problems or ideas, or they talk about problems or potential or growth. Like, what are you talking about? What excites you to move forward instead of complaining about something that's happened? This happened to me, so this happened. Cool. What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about that. Well, what can you do?
Yeah, and that's like saying before, it's one thing to say you want to change, but another thing to actually do something to affect that change.
Yeah.
It's like some people want to complain but don't want to hear a solution to the complaint. They just want someone to listen to the complaint and agree with them.
100%.
And then if that's the case, like nothing's ever going to change.
And it's crazy when you just have a bunch of people who just want to lift each other up, like what you can do. One person's having a hard time and pulling, feeling shit. And then everyone else is just like trying to help them and be there. Listen to them, but, help them out of it. Take that time to help them. And let's go to the gym. Let's fucking, all right, you had a shit week. I know you've been stuck at home all week feeling sorry for yourself. Like, that sucks, man. But come train. Get out of the house. Let's fucking move your body. Let's set some goals for you. Okay? What are we going to do about this? It's not denying your emotions and not feeling them, because that's not healthy either. Feel them. Don't judge them. Just feel them. Let them come. Let them go. And then move forward. What can I learn from this? All right, I've learned this. A similar situation. I'll do my best to not react the same way that I did.
We've had some really good chats here with some people who are, like knowledgeable in a specific area, like marketing or advertising and business management, things like that. And it's like when everyone in the conversation is trying to come up with new ideas and be creative with their ideas, it helps you as well. It's like I feel like I have a lot more ideas and like I think of a lot more new things when I'm talking to other people who are also interested in that same thing. Because if I was talking to you and you weren't interested in, becoming more organized with our tasks, and I'm like, oh, I think we should do this, and then you're just like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, kind of stops me in my tracks there. But because you're also interested in it. It's like
I know
the ideas.
I'm lacking in that area, and I do want to get better at it. And that would be one of probably my biggest downfalls as organisation.
Yeah, we both genuinely want to make it better. So the conversation's super productive.
So I want to work on it. Is it like a little bit like not my style? I guess you could say. Yeah. It could be a little bit too laid back and things like, I'll just remember it. Like, I'd never fucking write down my sessions. I just remembered them. And that was cool that I could do that. Like, very, very, very occasionally I'd forget. I'm like, oh shit, I double booked. But like once in fucking 6 months or something. But no, that's not the best way of doing things. That's just taking up space in your mind.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily. That could be used on other things.
Yeah. I like the idea of just offloading unnecessary information that you're storing in your brain.
Yeah.
It's like, instead of... Because, I mean, if you're remembering something, you have to constantly keep telling it to yourself as well. It's not just like, okay, I've got an appointment at 6, I'll remember that. And then at 5 o'clock, it'll pop up and it's there. It's like the whole day you're like, appointment at 6. It just keeps repeating. And then you've got, 20 other things that you've got to remember. So you sort of just like keep repeating through this list. It's like, okay, I've got to do this, then this, then
you're
this.
super overwhelmed about it.
Yeah, well, you can't store that many things in your list, in your mental list.
And you're like hoping you don't forget something.
Yeah, and you're always feeling like you forgot something.
It's not, you're not at ease. Like, I've created so much stress for myself in the past by being too chill about it, but actually it's making me really not chill.
Yeah, because then you just constantly have that feeling. It's like, did I forget something? It's like, I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I'm sure there's more things in this list.
Yeah.
And I've gotten into a habit of just immediately getting it out of my head and just writing it down somewhere. Like paper, app, whatever it is. I just use an app, works for me. But
it's great though. That's
just
awesome.
Get it out of your head, and then there's no burden there of trying to remember something, and you haven't forgotten anything because I would have written it down and set a date on it. So it's like, I know this is all the things I have to do. Something else comes up, just add it straight away. Get it out of your head. So then your mind's just clear to think about whatever else you need to think about, which is probably a million other things.
Yes.
That will probably wrap up episode number 6. We've covered quite a few topics there.
I can't even remember what we were talking about.
Yeah, well,
there were so many different tangents.
yeah. Where did we start off? We started off with talking about work. And
How
video
you
editing.
came about here?
Yeah, getting better at something and knowing what to, practice getting better at and what you should just not worry about and sort of offload to someone else who is good at that thing. And then we talked about a bit of mental health, so like choosing the right environment and creating your environment and just being able to be self-aware of what you're telling yourself and your habits. A bit of keeping yourself accountable for what you do on social media.
Yeah, being intentional with your social media.
If you enjoy, remember to subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Sanctuary out.